ranked contender Robert Whitaker. Robert, thank you for the time today, sir.
No, my pleasure's all mine.
We will kick things off with Gabriel Gonzalez from Cageside Press.
Hey Rob, so you had said after the last fight you wanted to travel more. You didn't want to just be in Australia. Does being on Fight Island live up to that in that regard?
Yeah, a little bit. With the world the way it is, and the fact we're not allowed to leave the island, it's a little different to my plans. But it's good to be here.
How have you enjoyed the experience so far?
It's been great. It's been a great experience. Everything's gone so smoothly. The way the UFC have set things up here have been amazing. So yeah, can't complain.
You've talked about you don't get into the war of words with these guys. You just go out there and let the skills do the talking. But Darren said he's been trying to talk trash to you and it's just not working. What kind of stuff has he been saying? Has he been sliding into your DMs like he does everybody else?
Um, I think a couple of times. I don't know. I don't pay attention to my things though. Like I just worry about what I'm doing. I don't have. Yeah, I don't have time for a lot of that stuff. I have a lot of things I'm juggling that I'm really working on at the moment.
So you stepped away in March and you've talked about it a lot. You're just feeling that burnout and everything else. Now that you're back on the track and you're obviously a top contender, you know everything that goes into being the champion and the pressure and the attention. Just very bluntly, do you still want the belt like you did before, knowing how much stress and everything else comes with it?
Uh, Honestly, nothing's changed with my hunger to fight. My hunger to fight before was the exact same as it is now. Um, the belt was always just a consequence of winning, and I want to win. I want to fight.
I guess I would say it this way. Robert Whitaker becomes the champion again. Would you do anything different in terms of just, I guess, how you conduct yourself and just take care of yourself mentally, in terms of dealing with everything that comes with being the champ?
Yeah, I'm sure to have learned a thing or two. It's yeah, I would hope so. But that's neither here nor there. My biggest concern is just trying to topple Darren Till.
Last one. Can we get your prediction for Adesanya versus Paulo Costa?
No idea. I think Adesanya has the skill set necessary to beat him. But Costa's dangerous. He's very dangerous. In a lot of different aspects. Got to wait and see.
Thanks, Rob.
And we will take the next questions from Jordan Wahlberger with The Horn.
Hey, Robert, how are you?
Good, mate. How are you?
Good. When you look at Darren Till's previous fights, you quite the accomplished wrestler yourself. Do you take anything from that Tyron Woodley win of how do you go and you defeat someone like Darren Till?
Yeah, you're punching me in the head as hard as you can. That seems to be a good way of winning.
Do you look at your wrestling though? You are someone who has become a great wrestler in Australia, and do you think that's a way that you can go and defeat Darren Till this week?
Yeah, I'm only going to shoot takedowns for this fight. I can't wait. I'm looking
I'm
forward
sure.
to taking it to the ground and just keeping him there.
What's been your training like? Obviously, during the pandemic, there's a lot of people that had you had any issues trying to find training partners or anything else like that?
Now, fortunately enough, our team has been able to self quarantine ourselves, and we've been fortunate enough to be able to just stick together during this time. We usually don't outsource too much, so we have all our partners. We're all middleweights. We just continued hustling, continued grinding during this period.
You have the advantage of being the last card on Fight Island. Have you had the opportunity to talk to anybody before about their experience and what to expect fighting in the arena with the heat, with everything else? You've never fought in Abu Dhabi before, and have you had any opportunity to talk to anyone about that?
No, I have not yet.
Okay. Is that something you would plan to do, or is that something you feel like you need to do, or?
No, you see, my coach has a lot of contacts. He's been here multiple times, so he's been able to get a lay of the land. He's helped me with a lot of tips on what to do and what not to do. So I've been very fortunate in that regard to have plenty of information at my disposal already.
Awesome. And last question for me, how do you mentally kind of prepare to come back after, losing your title, making a comeback? And obviously your goal again is to be a champion as you can provide for your family and represent your country.
Yeah, I guess I'm just excited to do it. I enjoy doing what I do, and this is what I do. I'm good at it. Representing the country and going out there and doing my thing, that's just what I was made to do. It's just a natural result of things.
Awesome. Congratulations and best of luck this week.
Thank you.
And we will take our next questions from Nesta McGregor with BBC.
Good evening, it is here, Robert from the UK. Despite the accent, I'm really looking forward to this fight, and I'd like to say I'm neutral, by the way. You mentioned taking time off after that defeat and kind of looking within yourself. Lockdown has made a lot of people do that, search for answers and find their true selves. So just tell me a little bit about what you did. Was it go and sit in the mountains and try and find the hunger again? Was it a lot of quiet time?
No, I just spent plenty of family time. I took my kids to daycare. I picked them up from daycare. Sometimes I made them peanut butter sandwiches. I did all the little things that I couldn't do normally, and that was very refreshing in a way.
Okay. Jorge Masvidal says that Darren Till is the hardest puncher he's ever faced, and that's some accolade. Can you prepare for something like that? Do you get your coach to whack you with a sledgehammer or to hit you with a pneumatic drill? And once you feel the strike of someone, does that automatically change your game plan when you think, I've never been hit like this before? I know you joked about your wrestling.
Don't know. To be honest, I think the biggest secret in this game is to not get hit. I'm going to be doing my best to try to not get hit. And hit him. That's my secret game plan. If you're wondering, I'm going to try and hit him and not get hit.
Good tactics. And final question from me: what does the future look like for you? Are we talking Usman, or if Dana said no, drop down and maybe Conor or someone in the welterweight division? Where's your future?
I think you got those marked up a little bit, but regardless, my future is only in. It's just focusing on Darren Till, and then once I get through with him, I'm going to get back to the board, help some of the lads prepare for the next fights, try to get a fight lined up around the same time, and just get back to work. But right now, my biggest thing and biggest concern is just making weight, eating some good food, and then doing my job.
No worries, and you're right. Yes, I did get the weight classes mixed up. Listen, I'm a neutral. Good luck. I want to see it go all the way. I want, all 25 minutes. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
And we will take our next questions from Julian Kibit with Independent Media.
Can you hear me?
Yo.
Just in a sense, I know you basically came across as basically nonchalant about the whole title and all those celebrations around it. Deep down, would you actually feel that you would like to get that rematch with Izzy? In a sense, would you want him to take that victory over Costa? Is it something that you'd like to get back from him specifically?
Yeah, I don't know about his fight and what's going on in the immediate future, but at one point in time, I'd love to run that back just as a competitor, as a fighter. I don't like knowing the fact that I lost to someone in combat. That to me is terrible. So I'd like to get that back someday, whether it's for the belt or not.
Cool. And then also you spoke about making some peanut butter sandwiches for your kids also now. Do you feel that even despite lockdown, your preparation mentally was better now in this pandemic than what was before your previous fight, spending more time with your family and just focusing on the more important things?
100%. I think there's a silver lining to everything. And honestly, I've loved the way I've prepared for this. I'm much happier in the gym. I'm much happier outside of the gym. I'm just happy as Larry. I'm looking forward to getting in there and just getting to work.
God bless and all the best with you, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Cheers.
And we will take the next questions from Alistair Bishop with MMA Republic.
Rob, how are you, sir?
Good, mate. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you. Rob, my first question for you is how do you decide on how much time is spent on fight week and how much is spent on gaming?
Mate, I haven't stopped playing video games. Like, this is the first time I've left my room in days. Yeah.
Is it a matter that you have to decide on when's gaming time and when's training time?
No, there's no training time. They're like the work's been done. I'm just making weight right now and then doing whatever the UFC asks me and then punching on Sunday.
Fantastic. I just want to talk about your little rejuvenation period. Do you think going 50 minutes with someone like Yoel Romero kind of puts you in a position where you really need to take a bit of time off?
Yeah. I don't want to give all the credit for having a break. That guy, that's too much credit for him. He's a terrible fight, by the way. Like he's a hard guy to fight on the best of days. But no, I think honestly the reason for my break was a culmination of the last 5 years. A lot of things have changed. Yeah, who I was 5 years ago isn't who I am today. My life has changed in multiple ways. I have 3 more kids than I had then. And I just don't think I let myself acclimatize to it all.
Okay. I just want to talk about the rise of the talent from Australia and New Zealand. It seems we were seeing a big surge in from that region. What do you think is behind that sort of success in the rise of guys like yourself and Volkanovski and Adesanya and so on?
Mate, we've always been good at combat sports down here. It's just I think it just took us a little longer to get our feet in the door. But once they're in there, like we're in now, and we're having a lot of success, and the talent is only growing down here. So, I think the future for MMA and combat sports in general down this is only getting better.
With the win, obviously not looking past Darren Till, we know you have a tough assignment coming up. Where do you think that puts you in the division if you can stamp a win over Darren Till?
I haven't even thought about it. I can't give an answer for that. I want to fight Darren and just eat some good food, go back to my family.
Fantastic. We wish you all the best, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we will take our next questions from Luis Green with MMA Crazy.
Hi, Rob. Of course, you had some light-hearted banter media on the run-up to this fight. But with all of that aside, what do you think of Till as an opponent? What do you think he brings to the table in this matchup?
I think he's a very dangerous opponent. He's obviously got a dangerous skill set coming into it. But, I think I just have the more complete skill set. I think I'm just slightly better in all angles. And, I look to make good use of all my weapons and utility and arsenal.
And Jack Manson obviously won his bout last week. He has his eyes on the winner of you and Till, and he predicts you'll come out successful. What are your thoughts on that? And do you see a matchup with him being a possibility with a win on Saturday?
Who knows? It's hard to say. I guess we can talk after I get the job done. It's gonna be a hard fight. I got to get in there and I got to take it from him. It's hard. It's very hard for me to plan anything past Sunday.
All right. Good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rob. That is all the time we actually had for you, sir. You are good to go.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Hey guys, this is Praveen the Boss. Thanks for watching our video. Click on the subscribe button to catch all the latest videos from MMA India Show and MMAindia.com. Thanks. Cheers.